Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl C Chronicles. I'm back with another Talking Scent episode. So today we are reviewing a fragrance. If it's your first time here, thank you very much for considering to watch this channel, and I hope after watching this segment or episode you will consider subscribing. And to my returning subscribers, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys. Thank you for always sticking around and supporting me. I am on Instagram as well. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram. I go by the name C Chronicles on Instagram as well, and I will give you a follow back. So today this is a Talking Scent episode, like I said, and we are talking about the house of Zara, right? Zara. This is my first fragrance from the house of Zara, right? I just thought, okay, maybe I am just too late on this hype, but let me pick myself one and see if I like these fragrances, and then I will go and loot, right? So this is Tuberose by Zara. It comes in a pink bottle. Unfortunately you cannot see the contents, but it's called Tuberose by Zara. Zara does a lot of designer dupes or designer inspired fragrances. So this one that I picked is actually called Tuberose. I don't have the box because it was actually a twin pack, so you know I opted for one out of the twin pack, and then that's why I don't have the box to show you. But yeah, this is it, and I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with it. So I am gonna spray this one here. Okay, right. What I noticed is exactly what has happened. I don't know if I can show you. If you don't spray this one, like if you don't press you know, the atomizer quickly, it kind of like, it looks like it's, you know, like water. I'm sure if you've seen that like that. I don't know why, but okay, I'm gonna do it the right way, and there you go. That's it. That's it. Okay, that's what I need. So this is Tuberose by Zara, right? And honestly speaking, why I picked this one is that this is the one that I loved. Okay, and there is a lot more that I think I'll go back for. There was one called Gardenia, another one called Oriental, I think. You know, I can't quite remember because I just bought this, you know, I just thought, okay, let me pick up one Zara and, you know, and try it out. And then if I like it, I'll obviously go for the loot. So yeah, this comes in a pink bottle. It's called Tuberose. The bottle is not transparent, so you cannot see the contents, but the notes in here are cassis, pomelo, lemon. I can smell the lemon offset. Lemon, mandarin, orange. So it's very citrusy, right? And then it's got sandalwood and it's got vanilla. So yeah, unfortunately, I do not smell any Tuberose, in as much as it's called Tuberose. And Tuberose on the Zara site is not listed as a note. So I guess they have a thing with maybe just writing names that have nothing to do with the fragrance. Because, you know, when I bought it, when I saw Tuberose, I was imagining Tuberose. That's what I was expecting. But anyway, that's not the issue. I liked the perfume. Obviously, this is why I bought it. So initially you get that alcoholic but very citrusy burst. Very, very citrusy in the opening. And very cozy. It's a very cozy, clean, powdery scent. You can almost smell, sniff the powderiness offset. So this dries down into a musky, powdery scent, but the powderiness, you pick it up offset. You know, so you don't necessarily have to wait for the dry down. This, to me, the funny thing about this fragrance is I tried spraying it on my clothes, right? And the funny thing about it is I can hardly smell it on my clothes. I mean, literally, even if I had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my hair as well, 10 and whatever, I cannot smell it on my clothes. But on my skin, amazingly, on my skin, this is a fragrance that just, it's there, it lasts and lasts. You know, okay, I literally have to put my nose close to wherever I have sprayed it, but even without doing that, say, you know, I just leaned on my hand or I just waved at somebody, you just smell it. It's just got that, you know, it's so weird to me because I don't know why I cannot smell it on my clothes, but why it's definitely a skin scent. I mean, one that I would just spritz on after a bath, one I would spritz on when I'm going to bed, or one I would spritz on, you know, on my body and then wear my clothes and then possibly wear something else. Because as a standalone, on its own, on my clothes, I can hardly smell it. I thought there was something wrong with me. I asked the people around me at home, you know, can you sniff, you know, and tell me what you're smelling? And, you know, I'm not wrong. They were also saying, well, you know, but on my skin, you know, just putting my, my hand on somebody's nose, definitely, you know, immediately they were like, ooh, this is nice. You know, so it's a very musky powder. It's got this musky, powdery dry down. And it's one that draws you to it. It's very addictive. You know, this is an eau de toilette. If I haven't mentioned, I would have wanted this in a parfum if they had it, but in the store they didn't have it. And I do believe they do have it in a parfum. I'd really love to try the parfum version of it, because the toilette is promising to be something really, you know, really beautiful. But then something is just suppressing it. I don't know why. You know, you just feel as though they should just have pushed it a little, you know, a little further. Then it would have been, you know, not that it's not beautiful, but I mean, let me not just chit chat too much unnecessarily. I'm gonna go on a hunt for the parfum version of this, because the toilette is so milky, it's so creamy, it's so, it's got a bit of some sweetness to it, a bit of some fruity and floralness to it, but nothing is standing out. So I cannot say it's a sweet fragrance, because if I say that, I would have misled you. This is a fragrance that if you just like those classy, you know, very expensive smelling kind of fragrance, this is it, you know, but a bit subdued, like I said. So you've got to take note of that, you know, I would like to go on a hunt for the Tuberose eau de parfum and then see the difference. Hopefully, if the eau de parfum can, you know, perform way better than this, then this is going to be my home scent. And when I say home scent, it's not because I'm saying it's not a scent I would like to wear outside. No, I prefer wearing it at home, because to me, it's just a comforting scent. You know, it's a fragrance that I just want to cuddle into. So it's a very nice, warm, you know, fragrance that just stays close to your skin, and you just smell beautiful. And I'm not going to say it smells like lotion, no, because that will be taking the credit off it. It doesn't smell like lotion. It does smell like you know, like a very classy fragrance, but one that, you know, if they had just pushed it a tad more, you know, or, you know, then it would have been the one. But yeah, definitely. Would I buy this again? Yeah, definitely. In fact, this journey, this first fragrance of mine, which happens to be the first Zara in my collection, has just unleashed this Zara thirst in me. You know, I just want to go on a hunt for more Zaras to see what they are about, especially that gardenia. And there's another one called Femme, and the Oriental. There's a Rose as well. There's just so many of them. But I just decided to start off with one. And I thought, okay, let me see if this one works, you know, then definitely. And I just wish they had the eau de parfum, because honestly, I did live, you know, I did book, you know, for them to look for, you know, the parfum versions for me, because the perfume shop that I went to buy my Zara, they actually had a lot of eau de toilettes, more than they had the parfums. But I think going the parfum route, you know, for me, especially if they have these kind of nice, delicious, fresh, you know, classy, elegant smelling fragrances, then I might as well just go, you know, for the parfum version. And in terms of lasting power on my skin, again, you know, it stays the same. You know, it holds its place for about maybe 6-7 hours. But the funny bit is I could still smell it, you know, 10-12 hours later, although it was starting to like fade, but I could still smell it. And even first thing in the morning when I sniffed, right when I put my nose right on my pulse point, I could still smell a little bit of it, which is why I said it is a perfect skin scent, which unfortunately doesn't have, you know, a projection. So maybe people around you might not be able, people around you will know for sure you're smelling good, but it's not the kind of a fragrance that, oh, okay, let me say it this way. If you are looking for a compliment getter, you know, just by walking past and people are like, what are you wearing? You know, this may not be the one, because it's a very subtle, very subdued, very crisp and very fresh and quiet fragrance, but it does hold its own, especially if you're into fragrances like myself. You know that, you know, this is, to me, it's definitely not a loss. I would even consider repurchasing it, but like I said, maybe in the Eau de Parfum version to see how far that goes. So yeah, this is my first Zara fragrance, guys, and I hope I have helped somebody who is like me, maybe who didn't have them, you know, who didn't have any Zara in their collection, or they do already have Zara in their collection and they're looking at, you know, exploring more of the Zara fragrances. So this has been Zara Tuberose, which unfortunately does not have tuberose. It does say tuberose here, but unfortunately the fragrance itself does not have tuberose. If it does, then I can hardly smell any tuberose in it. So I'd like to think that this is just a name that doesn't necessarily reflect the contents. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. It's been your girl, CeeChronicles. I appreciate if you watched thus far, and if you haven't subscribed, I would like to appeal with you, please do subscribe, comment, like and share. Always remember to stay positive, guys. Follow me on Instagram. I will give you a follow back. Thank you very much for joining me, and remember, like I always say, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.